What is going on, everybody? It is me again. It's Horror Fan 34. Welcome to another video and welcome to another review for the 31 Days of Horror Challenge in October. Now we are getting on to day 29 of the challenge. Can't believe we're getting down to the last few days here of the challenge, but it's been a lot of fun doing this challenge, I'll tell you that. And I figured this would be another good one to talk about. Going back to the 70s here, going back to the early 70s. Going back to 1974, actually, because I've been always sticking with like 80s, 90s, sort of like stuff, mid 80s. Now we're going back to the 70s here, and then the next review we'll be jumping into the 2000s, but I'll get to that though. But of course, that review is going to be on a film that I feel doesn't get talked about that much, and it's from one of my personal favorite like directors and writers. And if you can tell by the title of the video, that review is going to be on It's Alive. There's only one thing wrong with the Davis baby. It's alive. The one film you should not see alone. There you go. And of course, this is from the It's Alive trilogy from Scream Factory, which has all three of the films. Which I enjoy all three of them, but I still say I think the first one is the best one. It's definitely the more creepier one, more atmospheric. Now, for people who don't know the story about It's Alive, it deals with this couple that has a baby, the Davis couple, and basically their baby is a mutant baby. Pretty much this right here. The baby is a mutant killer, and it kills everybody in the operating room and goes on a rampage pretty much, and it's more about the cops looking for the baby, and it's like a whole thing about these, like, the couple trying to find the baby, and then you have the cops trying to look for the baby, and a lot of other people are looking for the baby, and it's just one baby terrorizing this town. And that's pretty much the entire premise of the movie, It's Alive. Now, it's really hard for me to talk about this film without spoiling a whole lot, but it's a very well-done horror film from the 70s, and for a PG movie, this is actually a very, very intense movie, very creepy movie. First off, the cast does a great job in here. Guy Stockwell, John Ryan, Sharon Farrell, Andrew Duggan, James Dixon, Michael Ansara. I thought Bernard Herrmann, who did an excellent job on the score. I thought the musical score was really good. And Rick Baker was actually the one that did the effects of the baby. Yeah, Rick Baker, very talented makeup effects artist guy. He worked with Eddie Murphy a couple times on like Coming to America, later on in his career, I mean. Before that, though, he was doing films like this. And I thought it was really, really well done effects on the mutant baby. I mean, it's practical, it's not CGI. I really like the look of it. And it's not an overly gory movie at all, because you know, it's kind of more of an implied movie. You kind of get the idea of what this baby's doing to people, and it's, you don't really see the baby a whole lot except for like glimpses here and there like this, like for a split second. It's not more like, you know, it's on camera a whole lot. It's kind of a more sort of like in the vein of Jaws. Like if Jaws had a mutant baby, pretty much. It's basically Jaws with a mutant baby as a killer, where you don't see the baby that much, whereas you don't see the shark very much. And this was only a year before Jaws. And Larry Cohen, like I said, is one of those actors, or I think he's acted in a couple films, but he's mainly a director and a writer. I miss Larry Cohen. He directed a lot of really good stuff. He did all three of the It's Alive films. He did The Stuff, Q the Winged Serpent, The Ambulance. Just a lot of really great stuff that he did in his career. And he was also a very talented writer on things like, you know, the Maniac Cop movies and Cellular and Phone Booth, and very, very talented guy. And I miss Larry Cohen. Definitely a very talented writer and director who did a lot of good stuff. My personal favorite Larry Cohen film would probably be, I'd probably go Q the Winged Serpent is my favorite Larry Cohen film, because I really like the premise of that one with the Quetzalcoatl, the Aztec dragon monster that's killing people in New York City, and I like the cast, and it's gory and things like that. It's a pretty interesting creature movie. And I really like this one too. It was really one of the first of its kind of a meta mutant baby, other than things like Rosemary's Baby and that sort of like early film about killer babies, because then later on this would inspire other killer baby films like Grace, and of course this got remade, of course, which I think was not that great. But I think the original films are a lot creepier. I even like I said, I really like 2 and 3 as well, but the first one is definitely the best one. I think it's very well done. Really like the special effects of the baby. I like the cast that does who plays the couple. I thought they did a good job. I think it had very nice direction by Larry Cohen. Like I said, Rick Baker, great job on the effects of the movie. Really well done musical score, and it's just a very interesting concept about this killer mutant baby and how it just kills all the doctors in the operating room, and goes on a rampage pretty much, and the cops are looking for it. It's a pretty creepy premise about a killer baby. Like, if you imagine if you're pregnant and you have a baby and it turns into a mutant and it's killing people, a very creepy concept when you think about it. But I think it's very, very well done. Like I said, it's not really easy for me to talk about It's Alive without spoiling a whole lot of stuff, but I'm just saying, if you like 70s horror films, and if you like, killer baby sort of like movies, and you're a big Larry Cohen fan, I think you should definitely check out the first one, and especially even check out the sequels as well. I think the third one is more of a fun movie, while the first two, or mainly the first one, is relatively more serious than funny. Like the third one's kind of more of a funner movie, R-rated and things like that, and a lot more gorier, because it's a lot of babies on the island. And even the second one has more babies in it too. But the first one is definitely the more serious of the three, I would say. So that's pretty much it for my review for It's Alive. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.